Hello, friend. On today's episode, and in light of everything that is happening worldwide right now, I decided to share some tips on how you can continue moving your business forward even during these difficult times in which social distancing is the new thing.
Welcome to the Focus and Bloom podcast, a business and lifestyle podcast for creative souls and dream makers. Each week, we'll talk about how to build your brand and tackle work-life balance with purpose and joy, one action at a time. Here's your host, Yesenia Bocanegra.
Hola, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Focus and Bloom podcast. I'm Yesenia, and welcome. If you have not tuned in to any other of my previous episodes, let me just give you a quick note on who I am. I'm a photographer and a marketing strategist. When I am not taking photos at weddings or doing portrait sessions outside, I'm helping other businesses reinforce their brand online with brand images and or video. On today's episode, I want to address the current situation of the coronavirus and its ripple effects when it comes to operating a small business. As we've heard in the news, this is a rapidly changing situation in which governments are taking action to prevent a larger outbreak of the virus. It certainly isn't an easy task, and now with more cities recommending social distancing, we need to think of all the ramifications of that, not just in our personal lives, but let's face it, in our professional lives as well. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the first responders who are tirelessly working the front lines of this pandemic, risking their lives and sacrificing countless hours of sleep, rest, and time away from their loved ones. I don't know about you, but I have enjoyed seeing the creativity in many people online building a community during these difficult times. One of my favorite ones was of a man who was singing Nessun Dorma from his apartment in Florence, Italy. This is an opera song. It's a beautiful song, and he was just singing it out from his balcony. It just gave me the chills. I loved it. Another one is, and I think this is quite brilliant. This was a personal trainer from Sevilla, Spain. He decided to coordinate through WhatsApp a workout session throughout the day. Now, realize that Spain is currently in a quarantine. And what did he do? He went to the roof of his apartment building and directed a workout class to others who were in another building, participating from their balconies. That is seriously stepping outside the box and your apartment and making a difference, but not only serving what could be potentially new customers, but also building a community especially in tough times. Because let's face it, it can be tough being stuck in your apartment or your home for a long period of time. And some people might live alone, and with the quarantine, the feeling of loneliness can easily creep in, and that is a fact. With this in mind, here are some tips you can do to help keep your business moving forward. First and foremost, make sure you and your family are well and prioritize your health and follow the recommendations from your local authorities. Sit down and look at everything. Check client communications, pending orders, or follow-ups that you need to complete, everything. Just glance at your business from a bird's eye perspective and then dive in. Check your calendar and reach out to your clients. I would prioritize those that have an upcoming appointment already scheduled or a meeting with you. Based on that, determine what would be the best course of action. And this will be depending on the scope of the project. In my case, as a photographer, a very big concern at this time for many of us in the industry is actually weddings. There's a lot of weddings that are already booked, and we are starting our busy spring season. So this is a particularly crucial situation. Revise your contracts. Check your terms and conditions and cancellation, rescheduling policies. These times are rapidly changing, and being flexible is going to be very important. I think your clients will truly appreciate that, the same way that you would appreciate if you were in their situation or in a similar situation where you would need some sort of flexibility. Let's take a quick pause to talk about my favorite tool to keep my business organized, especially in times where I need to keep everything in one place and everything in order. Have you heard of 17 Hats? I use it to organize and automate my small business, and I swear by it. Their feature-packed platform saves me time and money and lets me focus on what I do best, which is most definitely not paperwork. And only because you've been referred by me, a 17 Hats member, can you get the special pricing of half off their normal pricing for 2 years. You can save even more if you sign up for longer. Be sure to visit focusandbloom.com and check out today's episode show notes for the referral code to get this invitation-only sale pricing. Want to learn more about 17 Hats? Just check out the link on today's show notes to learn more. And I'm also very happy to share my 17 Hats experience with you as well. On the business side of things, use this time at home to work on the basics of your business. Revise your goals. It's March, and that means that we are coming to the end of the first quarter of 2020. Can you believe that? Now keep in mind that because of the current situation, some of those original goals may not be able to get completed in this quarter, but may be completed in the following one. So don't be discouraged about that. Now, create a plan of action. Determine what you can do, realistically speaking. If you're able to work from home, work on that. If your business is 100% online or even partially online, think of ways of how you can improve the client experience while online. It might even mean that you end up creating a completely new product or service. Have you thought of even having multiple streams of income? Maybe this is the time for you to work on that. Could it be online mentoring sessions or even a productivity workflow, downloadable products? The options are endless. If you're new to working at home or have recently started to work from home, make sure you set a routine that fits your needs. If you're already working from home and have children who are at home as well because of a school cancellation, take that into consideration and design a plan that works around your family time. Now that you have a plan in place, put it to action, test it out, and see how it goes. Lastly, stay motivated and keep on building and weaving those goals and crushing them. Before I close this episode, I want to share this quote with you. The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Coretta Scott King. I want to thank you for tuning in. Please do not forget to leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Sign up for my newsletter so that you don't miss another episode and any other freebie that we have coming around. And make sure to join the Focus and Bloom Lounge so that we can continue the conversation and continue building a strong community of entrepreneurs and dream makers such as yourself. I hope you found these tips useful and helpful. Please continue to stay healthy and remain positive. We will all get through this together.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Focus and Bloom podcast. Check us out on Instagram at _Focus and Bloom for more business tips and inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe to the show to catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh content. Until next time.